Okay, so where we left off, we had our three detectives, three amnesiac professionals, Braxton, Desmond, and Al, having discovered the body of Alexei Krinkowski hung out above a large excavator in the middle of town as the dawn breaks. They found his body maimed and, left out to dry, and have been searching various parts of the town. Now, after having visited the remains of an old warship on the side of a beach, and also having visited a small store that had view of the center of town, they are now on their way to the dilapidated carnival district nearby to see if they can understand and make sense of all of these messages that they've been seeing, namely the repeated message that the end is nigh, not just scrawled on the chest of Alexei Krinkowski, but also graffitied onto the side of the warship. As they walk up to the carnival, as you all walk up to the carnival as we go into this, you can see that this is a place that people haven't really been in a while, at least a place that hasn't actively been utilized by general people in a while. You can see beautiful colors kind of decorating carousels, decorating all of these different games. You can see these kind of arcade like shooters, those if you remember, if you've ever been to a carnival, state fair, the little shooters that you pop the balloons, that kind of stuff. You see these colors, like these vibrant reds that have faded due to sun exposure, and now are a lot more muted. These like reds and blues. And as you get to the carnival, you can see that the name of the carnival, this large sign overhanging this main roller coaster, is The End. And yes, you all come into this place. And what are you trying to do?
Man, I can't remember much, but I always wanted to go to the carnival. Wait, would you say that the carnival being called The End is a coincidence?
Clue?
Yeah, I'd say that's a clue. Yeah, sounds like a coincidence.
Clue.
Oh, and I think you were talking about in the chat. We can, if we wanted, since we didn't have a chance to establish hunches from last time, we can, if y'all wanted to formulate hunches from that last scene, since I don't think we got a chance to, you can do that now.
From the shop, yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely want to do that.
Let me look at the clues we had. And it has been a week, so my notes will not make sense. Anna's article?
Yeah, I think this is a good chance.
Anna's articles, man, that was the story we just came from.
Yeah, Anna's Antiques, Anna's Articles, yeah.
Yes, Anna's Antiques. Gotcha.
Yeah, you remember her store, like various knickknacks and doodads, right across the street from where Alexei Krinkowski was hung up, and it's one of the parts of the city. Like, you remember her talking about how she wasn't sure whether she would like still be able to come in, like, to work because of the, like, they were gonna tear down the whole apartment complex, like, city area.
I have written down, reporter found out Natalia. I don't remember what that means.
I wrote down on a sticky note. It said Natalia, no porter power pover. And I wrote that as a testimony. we are fully ingraining ourselves in amnesia.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if maybe do you remember who Natalia is, Michael?
The reporter found. Wait, what did your note say? The reporter what, Natalia?
I have reporter found out. Oh, I bet the reporter's name was Natalia.
Yes.
Oh my god, it says Natalia Reporter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
it's right under Alexei lied about protecting. Reporter found out. So that was about how Alexei was going to protect the buildings but was lying about it. Is that what the
Yes.
Okay, so this is all one big testimony.
One
I
big
understand.
testimony. And Emily, was she the person at the store?
The person at the store was Anna. Anna was the person at the store, and then there was the cat. Emily,
why
I
did
think might have been.
I wrote down Alexei scared Emily. That one's much more clear.
Oh, Emily was the name of the daughter. I think like
Of
Anna's
Anna.
like daughter. Yeah.
Emily's the cat.
Oh, Emily's the cat. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
have
you know who
Alexei
else scared the cat?
Emily cat. Okay. So I have a fucking hunch. I have a hunch.
Okay, give me this hunch.
I'm connecting that Alexei lied about protecting and the reporter found out that Alexei scared the cat and that I also scared the cat. And I'm kind of combining this with my other hunches as well, because that's how it works, right? We're building off of hunches.
Yeah.
In that, sure, I may have gotten this guy. I may have killed him. Wait, what are the type of hunches again? Let me look.
I posted them in the Zoom chat as well.
Yes, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I have a motive hunch.
Ooh.
A motive hunch. I think that I was being used by Alexei as my construction self, and that's why the cat didn't like me, because I was in cahoots with Alexei. And then I found out something messed up was happening, and I'm actually the good guy after all. So I think I think that Alexei's evil and he deserved to die. That's my hunch.
Yeah, we can have that hunch.
And that is a motive hunch for the case.
Yes.
And to briefly go over solving the mystery, just the rules for that, since technically we're playing with the fast solve rules, so you're technically eligible, that doesn't mean that you necessarily want to do it right now.
Yeah,
okay, so when you roll, you will roll 2d6 plus the progress made on the given track. So in your case, your progress is 4 for the case, because you've got 4 hunches, with no skill or tag modifiers. So the goal is you need a 12 or higher. So you just roll 2d6 plus 4 or whatever number you have by the time you do it. And if you get 12 or higher, you solve it. And if you get 11 or lower, then you're going to discard a hunch and lose 1 progress in the mystery. And you still keep going with the investigation. So you could do it as soon as you want, or you could wait till you're going to have a higher modifier on that.
Cool. And in doing what I just did, I spent 2 XP to form a hunch. Oh no, I earned 2 XP making the hunch. I'm gonna do some increasing skills.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Because I've got all kinds of shit. I'm gonna up my composure to a 0 because it was at a -1. Now that I feel like I'm guilty, but I might not have been wrong.
Right.
And I had a total of 6, so I'm also going to up my shivers since I feel like I uncovered a conspiracy.
Ooh. I also have 3 XP. I can increase the skill by 1, right? I'm debating between visual calculus and perception because I think Desmond really wants to solve this mystery. But I don't know which of those 2 might help more.
Is this in the natural comment column or is it a modifier?
Natural.
I'm going to say in this trying time where accusations are flying about, it's more important than ever to double down on the spirit of the team.
Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to do perception for me as well.
Sweet. Cool. Awesome. Are you going to form a hunch, Anish, or?
I'm looking at my clues. I'm kind of struggling. We saw Braxton's footsteps, or footprints in the sand. That was a trace clue. the end is nigh, on the ship itself. And then there was the spray can. So I think I'll just I'll shoot from my hip right now. Using those 3 clues, I'll say, on top of the fact that Al has something to do with it, I think Braxton spray painted that message on the ship. Is that possible? Is that a hunch?
Yeah, it could be a hunch.
Okay.
That sounds like a suspect hunch.
Or suspect, yeah.
Ah, damn it! I already have a suspect hunch. Well, now I have 2.
Co.
And when we use a clue to form a hunch, are they burned up? Are they like, yeah?
Yeah, they go away.
Dope.
Cool.
And you mark 2
Awesome.
XP for forming that hunch too.
Yeah. Awesome. Sweet. So, is that good for everybody? So yeah, going back to the scene, you all walk up to this place, and yeah, you see various attractions, various kinds of things, entrances to. You can see a massive, like spinning teacup ride. Other things nearby you. You can see there's the kind of worker station where presumably people would operate stuff, turn stuff on, the office, the main office type thing, as well as the large roller coaster.
Well, I mean, I probably want to investigate the end, right? That's what sticks out to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I tall enough to ride?
Yeah, you walk up to it and you see there's like one of those, like it's like this kind of, you look at it, it's this creature, this kind of dragon, scaly, lizard-like creature that's right in front, holding out its hand with a sign that says, "You must be this tall to ride." And yeah, you're well over it.
Is it so? This is a dilapidated carnival or a functional carnival?
It's like dilapidated.
Okay.
Like it hasn't been used in a while.
Hey, can I get a vibe check on the dragon? What does Desmond think of this dragon?
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you want to get a vibe check on this, this is kind of gonna be, this might be like
a shivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is or I was gonna say maybe like an inland empire, like interjection.
Oh yeah, sure.
I feel like, and if you want to accept it, you're gonna believe that this dragon is like trying to communicate something to you specifically.
Oh, cool. Wait, Rules Lawyer, just double checking.
Yes.
Are interjections like they just happen on behalf of the world, and when players do it?
Interjections are the things that you can use your token to provoke in other players, but Michael can give you interjections whenever. So you're going to roll to resist this if you don't want to automatically agree to it, and that's where you have to roll over your Inland Empire skill.
Well, I am automatically agreeing to this because this sounds fun as hell.
Yeah.
Dragon, is the dragon,
Yeah, it's this kind of like silvery gray, streaks kind of running down, and you see the wood, like the paint is kind of chipping back. And yeah, as you look at this thing, you see it kind of looks at you, like the eyes are kind of following you wherever you go. Desmond.
Fuck.
And,
oh no.
And it's like bright, toothy smile kind of looks at you, and it says, "Oh, hi there, Desmond. I'm really happy you came to see me today. Well, you look like you could use a little bit of refreshment, don't you think?"
I look around for alcohol, but I shake my head. Stop it. Stop that.
Well, this here carnival is accepting to all ages and persuasions. And just between you and me, if you look over there, and you look in the direction that its hand is pointed, and you see like underneath the underneath the roller coaster, there's kind of this little hidden area with some stuff sticking out from it, like clothes or whatever. You can say, I know a lot of people like to shack up under there, and they might have some leftover goodies for you to snack on if you're interested.
I take a big gulp in my parched mouth. I rolled a 7 on Inland Empire. And I think Desmond is sort of losing it a little bit. Is this a thing I can maybe put as a personal clue? Like, I see things.
Yeah. No, this is definitely a personal clue. And I'll say it's also probably a clue that, like, people have been, like, hanging out around this roller coaster. And, like, you do see that there is kind of a stash of stuff underneath it.
Cool. And I'll categorize this clues later, but I'm gonna keep talking to the dragon, I guess? And say, I'm looking to find out. I'm looking to find out some very important things.
Oh? Well, what kind of things are you trying to find out?
And I kneel down, so I'm just enough of a height to pass into this coaster, and I'm looking eye to eye with this dragon, tracing the wood in my fingers. I need your help, buddy.
Anything for you, pal.
What does the end is nigh mean to you?
Well, you should know better than anyone, buddy. You've been here more times than anybody else I know.
What does that mean? And I keep shaking the board. Tell me, who am I?
Do we see this?
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, no. Everyone
this,
else
right?
everyone else is seeing this.
I'm writing down Desmond's a little freak. What's going on?
And he says, and as you feel like his voice kind of getting further and further away, like, you know, kind of receding into the back of your mind, it says, the end is always there. You just keep seeking it. It seems like you've stopped looking for it recently. And with that, it's gone.
What the fuck?
Hey,
everything okay over here?
Hey, buddy.
And I'll say this is a clue. This is a clue for both of y'all watching this.
Yeah.
Save the epic highs and lows for the coaster, man.
Or what happened?
What kind of clue? Oddness?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Lovely. Yes. So yeah, y'all seeing this, you wrote that down as a clue, as an oddness. Yeah. So yeah, what is everyone doing? I know you, Desmond, you saw that there was like a stash of stuff like underneath the roller coaster.
Would this be a situation to use empathy, or would that be not? Of like, what's going on? Hey, bud.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. You could use like an empathy interjection. Is that what you're trying to do, or like? Or what do you?
I was gonna like roll empathy.
Yeah,
that's
I think that's a good idea.
I love an empathy interjection. It's literally like feel.
Hey,
you there feel.
And then remind me.
Oh,
what do we roll?
2d6.
2d6.
Yes.
And
then
do we
plus your
add it
empathy
all
bonus.
together?
get the guard down.
Yeah, I'll say this isn't like that hard of an empathy check. I'll say this is just like a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 8 plus 5 is a 13.
Yeah, no, great.
Okay,
yeah,
math.
Yeah. So yeah, you look at Desmond
Teacher.
and Desmond, what would you say you're like feeling like as a person? Like, how would you describe like your
Hmm. Tripping balls is not an emotion, so let me get specific.
Euphoria.
Anxious. It is a bad trip.
Oh,
I think it's like I think I think Desmond is rattled, very, very, very rattled.
Do you get am I getting the vibe that you are worried about your role in this whole situation?
Yes, 100%.
Then
Can I ask? I know I had a camera that had pictures of me like running
right?
away from the murder scene or to the murder scene.
You started at the murder scene and were running away from it.
I don't think
my
I realized
God.
that.
I did not realize that either.
Because I thought those kind of like made me like not suspicious. Because like, look, it's time stamped. I couldn't have been me, but
Or maybe I'm wrong. Do we think because you maybe
no, because I
you had
followed the.
started you had started at the beach and then you like followed the path towards the murder scene. I think I could be wrong. I think that's
is what
we
I
said.
remember.
Yeah. You would start,
Which means I left from the murder scene, and then passed out. Then used the photos of me running away to retrace my steps.
Yeah.
Ooh,
However,
that doesn't look good.
I think in the photos that you had, the crime hadn't happened yet. Was the whole thing?
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but yeah, in the photos you had when you were running away, the crime, the body was at least not hoisted up.
Okay, but something spooked me, and I ran, and as I was running, I was taking pictures, and then something knocked me unconscious.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, this is making sense. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ready.
Good. So I say, we don't know what we did. We might not have done anything, but the only people who I think we can trust in this moment are each other, because we have the same starting line. And Desmond, look at me. And I slap you in the face. And I say, look at me, Desmond.
Whoa.
We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, and we're going to figure out what happened. So I need you to stay with us. What are you seeing right now?
Name 5 things you can see, 2 things you can feel.
I'm
into
freaking
the
out.
nose, out through the into the nose.
I'm freaking out, guys.
You're freaking out.
I'm going to be honest. I pull up my badge. I don't think I'm a real cop. I'm just putting on a show. I
listen.
Hear
hold
things.
my hands. Hold my hands, man.
I see things. I hold Braxton's hands.
Breathe in, man. Breathe out. Just focus on that right now. Everything else we'll figure out together. Just take a few breaths, man.
That's so funny. God. That angle is so bad.
Okay, so did we know that about you?
We didn't know that
you're in uniform though, but you're telling us you think you may not actually be.
I mean, things are adding up. Memories are coming into my brain, and it's just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I'm also gonna say, Desmond, did you add some clues like for personal, like for your like personal identity clues?
Yeah, I got 2 clues. I see things, which is an oddness, and I visit the park a lot, apparently, which is a testimony from the inanimate object.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we're in it together, then let's put the cards on the table. I'm not a cop, probably. But if that's the case, I certainly think I was investigating something.
Sure.
You're pretty competent, man. It could have been big.
I just don't know what knocked me out. Who burned my documents?
Your documents got burned?
Yeah, I think I had some things I was researching. I don't know.
And it couldn't have been you?
I mean, I could have.
I would like to do a thing. What's it called?
Token?
Interjection.
Interjection. I'm using the token. Let's say just what would this be? This would probably be Shivers. It would either be
Okay.
Shivers or Inland Empire. Do you have a preference for which one it is?
Shivers.
Okay, and it's that could it have been you? And I want you to doubt yourself.
Oh, hell no. Okay, I could do that. I fully accept this. I'm going to roll Shivers now. I don't contest it.
If you don't contest it, then you don't,
You don't
need
have
to
to
roll. I
roll.
don't think.
Yeah, you don't need a roll if you don't contest it.
Well, now I
Oh,
want to know what the roll was.
damn.
What
I
was
just wanted to
it?
roll high.
Did
It
you
was a
roll
20.
high?
Hey,
Damn.
my.
But yeah.
But you
No, if you don't contest it. So yeah, so you are doubting yourself?
Ah,
Yeah, so Desmond, you as you start like feeling these things, like thinking this, you look again at the hand of the dragon and where it was pointing, and you once again see the hidden alcove it was pointing towards.
I mean, I hope you guys don't think I'm crazy, but I've got a hunch. And I point towards the alcove. There's something to find out over there.
I'm all ears. Let's do it.
I also wanted to do one on Tori.
Ah, me. What do you got up your sleeve?
I keep forgetting what to interject. I want to interject with a spirit decor on you in this moment of us all coming together. I want you to think these are the only allies that I have.
Makes sense. I think you're making a lot of sense, Al.
Okay.
Sure is useful for you.
I'm trying real hard to get away with this murder, y'all.
I think I take it just because I'm so inclined to bolster a group spirit. So, what does that mean?
What does
So
that
I
mean?
think I think this means if you're just accepting this, and also
Yes.
rules lawyer, feel free to. I feel like the way this could play out is like if you're accepting this, you're like, yeah, no, these people are.
It just
like,
influences what I do next, but there's no actual
Yeah.
mechanic. Oh, great. You know what, Al? I feel like you really brought us all back down to earth. And Desmond, listen, you just keep taking those breaths. And we're going to go together, one step at a time, towards that creepy alcove you pointed out. So just keep your cool. We got you. Everything's okay. Nightmare! I'm just playing. I'm sorry. Lighten up.
Do you want one of us to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Is there one of those like carnival games with the toy guns nearby?
Yeah. There's one of those like nearby, near to the roller coaster.
Can I just like rip the gun off?
Give me a. Oh man, I'm gonna say I feel like this is a physical instrument, or you could argue something else, but
No, that seems
What would-
right.
I'm gonna say this is challenging. So yeah, give me a.
What is it
like,
challenging? What is the number I have to beat?
That's a 12.
Okay, so I have to roll 2 6s. Cool,
Yeah,
lovely.
you always have to roll 2 6s, but you have to get higher than a 12.
Well, I could never have succeeded anyways. I got a 3.
Well, if you get 2 6s, you automatically succeed anything. But yeah.
Oh damn.
Remember, you mark experience when you fail. 1 experience every time you fail.
Oh, dope. Well, I have 3 experience now. Can I increase one of my skills?
Yeah, you could increase that skill if you want.
I will increase visual calculus, actually. I
So
love failure.
after you freaking out a little bit, seems like we're ready to move, and then you grab a plastic weapon and try to yank it off the metal chain or whatever that connects it. It's like, whoa.
I'm like
Yeah,
like
so
a
you're
rabid dog.
So have you rolled for this yet, any Desmond?
Yeah, failed.
Yeah. it was
Okay, so
failed.
you failed. Yeah. So you grab this like gun. It's like it's rusted somehow, but it's still really hard to pull off. So like you yank this thing off, and as you try to pull it, your hands like go back and you flop back onto the ground, and just like onto the boardwalk. and you feel as the breath just kind of releases from your chest, and you take a point of damage.
Damn.
What sort of condition should I write down for that?
Yeah, I feel like
Winded.
yeah, winded is. I think winded is a good one.
Perfect.
All right.
Remember, if you use any tag or condition to hinder your progress, you can get XP for rolling for doing that.
XP hack. Infinite XP. All right, I've got two thoughts. My first thought is, man, could it really be that hard to take that thing off of there? I mean, this could be a good workout right here. Test your skills. And my player motive is when I hold the gun, do I have any muscle memory? Like, has Braxton ever held an actual weapon?
Oh, that's a good
Despite the
question.
all-seeing eye of the camera,
Ooh.
Yeah. So let's
some things hurt worse than a bullet, and that's the
So
truth, man.
I'll say if you're trying to do this, that'll be 2 skill checks. If you're trying to check for both.
I guess I want to, as soon as I'm holding it, I'd like to do a check. Does this feel familiar?
Yeah. Let's do. What
I'm
would
less
you like
interested
to
in
argue?
actually ripping it off.
What would you like to argue this is?
Good question. I don't know. Perception. I'm like interested in like authority. It's just like, does this feel familiar? Hand-eye coordination.
I feel like what would make the most sense. Let me look at this again. This seems
Let's
like it
go
would
for
be like
hand-eye. That's
Yeah.
what I think, because it's like, does this feel like a natural?
Yeah, I was gonna say interfacing, but like hand eye makes sense. I think it can make sense. I'm gonna say if you're
Okay.
trying to remember if this like how familiar this feels to you, I'm gonna say this is I'll say this is also a challenging thing. This will be like a 12.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you roll?
Doesn't matter. 12.
What'd you roll? Nice.
I rolled
Yeah,
12.
great.
I rolled 2 5s, and then because it's hand-eye coordination, I have a 2 in that. So
Yeah, so you hold on to this this weapon, and as you do, you feel your hand kind of subconsciously slip into the right position as you cradle the stock, and your like finger like unconsciously slips into the right place, like right above the trigger.
This is incredibly erotic, right? What are you
right.
talking about?
Michael, what's happening?
That was insane.
slightly
As
brushes
you-
Like,
against the
oh my
muzzle.
gosh.
Okay.
We gotta edit this part out. This is inappropriate.
Yeah, as you practice good trigger discipline and your like hand, like,
Oh.
your finger. No, but
Anyway.
you do get a sense that you have like experience holding weapons like this.
Oh man.
I'd
Maybe
say
I'll
this is a
stick with the
clue.
camera for now.
You have experience shooting other things.
Exactly.
I'll say
So-
this is a clue, like a personal clue.
Yes, identity. Yes.
I would love
identity.
to perceive that if I may.
I'll say if y'all are watching, you can see this.
Because what I'll tell you what you see is as soon as I hold it and realize something feels like familiar, I immediately just like slowly put it down, as opposed
Cool.
to try to rip it off like maybe I was going to. And then my second, I also want another identity question. We were talking about Natalie, the reporter. Because I am a cameraman, do I recognize that? Like, is there any chance we work together or?
That's a good, yeah. I think that's a good question. I mean, I feel like this could be a skill check, but I'm gonna say, if you want to argue for something, or like this could be, let me think. Like, yeah. I'll say like the name, like Natalie, like as you read it, like we're reading it, like sparks a memory in you, of like, oh, like this is someone I know I've worked with before.
But can't place it yet.
Yeah, I mean, like you have fleeting memories of like working together, doing some kind of, like you did some work, like you took photos and like gave some to her in the past. You're not exactly sure the entirety of your relationship though.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a clue for sure.
Well, right now I've got a clue that is a memento, which is a trace of a past life. You can't put your finger on it for the gun holding, but then a coincidence for Natalie, which is like rings a bell. Okay.
Leah
So that's
Natalia.
what I've gathered. All right, should we
Natalia.
check out that
Natalia.
cave? Not Natalie. Obviously, we work together. Duh, Natalia.
Yeah. So you're checking out the.
I feel like we're just gonna move our way to that little alcove.
Sweet. Yeah. So as you walk forward, you come to this little depression in the rock that's forming the side of the beach. That's like around this part of the boardwalk. And as you walk forward, you see it's like it's a sizable-ish space. Like 1 or 2 people could probably sit in here. Fairly cramped. It's a low ceiling. But as you come forward, this is not the end of the scene. It's like still in the same location. As you come forward, you see various like alcohol bottles scattered around the floor, different kinds of white substances, some kind of drug, you're not entirely sure, scattered on the ground, with some like a pipe nearby, and next to the pipe is a lighter, which near the lighter are several papers that have been burned. But in the middle of everything, as you look, there is a photo that is miraculously intact, taken from the top of the roller coaster, the very highest point, looking out at the city.
A Polaroid from a newspaper clipping, or like just like a print.
Yeah, like a Polaroid. Yeah.
Polaroid. Interesting.
And all this, I'll say this is like several different clues. This could be like the drugs, the burned papers, the photo.
I'd like to take a closer look at the picture and see if there's any like reflections, if there's any indication of who took the photo.
Yeah, this is. I'll say this is a perception.
Cool.
Or you could argue for something else, but I feel like
I feel like perception makes
perception
sense.
makes sense.
Cool. I kind of want to, just to be fun, invoke paranoid, because I'm paranoid right now, but I don't know honestly if that would hinder the roll. Like maybe I see things where they aren't, or
it could also, you can invoke tags to give you positive benefits if that would also be relevant.
well, how about I roll it raw, and then Michael, you can tell me, or you don't have to tell me, but like the outcome can be either positively affected or negatively affected depending on whether my cohorts are in here or anything.
Oh yeah, I like it. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So, what am I trying to be? Is that declared before?
Oh yeah. Let me
Before
let
I
me
announce
say,
it.
For this, you're trying to see like who took it. What are you trying to see?
I want any indication of who took it. That's like the ideal thing that I'm looking for. More information in general would be good, though.
Yeah, I'll say this is challenging. Like I think, well,
yeah. I mean that makes
you're
sense.
like 12. I think a 12 makes sense.
Okay. So 5 + 4 is 9, + 3 is 12.
Nice.
So
Great.
if my paranoia is messing with me, then it would be bad.
Yeah. So you look at this, there are a few things you can see immediately while you look at this photo. You see the city, like it's a very great, it's a good view of the city. This is one of the highest spots in the entire town. So you see a good view of everything. But the main thing you could see is in the square, a gathering of people. People from the apartment complexes, but also people wearing uniforms very similar to what you were wearing, kind of on the opposite line of those people. You can't get a great perspective of who necessarily took the photo, But from what you know, like looking up at the roller coaster, the person who did this was in a very precarious position to take this.
Possibly someone who is not in their right mind.
Yes.
Possibly someone who was aided with the use of different substances.
Yes.
Should I mark XP for it hindering me, or should I not because it helped me?
I could say you can mark that XP for it hindering you, because you could potentially have seen more.
Okay.
I'd like to form a hunch. It is a personal hunch.
Yeah, you can form a hunch.
And I think that I do ask, were you here? Did you take this picture? To add that to your list of clues.
I think I live here. What if I live here? What if this is my house?
The end is mine.
Then I appreciate you letting us come over.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry I didn't clean up beforehand, but
Well,
I think I'm a deeply troubled person who lives in this abandoned weird carnival.
surely there'd be more signs. I mean, maybe, the young teenagers of today like hanging out.
No,
under the old,
this is
no?
totally my kind of shit. I mean,
you
like look at the aesthetic.
Yeah, the lattice work.
I gotta fuck with it, and I mean, I look at the drugs. Gulp.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, hey, I don't know much about drugs except for maybe a runner's high. But my impression is they're pretty valuable, and you wouldn't leave them scattered across the floor like this. So whoever was here probably had to leave in a hurry and was too scared to come back.
With the papers that were burned.
Desmond,
yeah.
give me an electrochemistry
I knew you were gonna ask.
check.
What
actually,
is electrochemistry?
I'm going to say this is electrochemistry interjection. And what's going to happen is you can either accept to do these drugs that are on the ground or not. And what you feel as you look at these drugs, like you hear this voice. You want to smoke me, don't you? Do me. I'm just abandoned down here. I need to be smoked. Boy. Come on. Put me in you. Yeah. Do me now.
Classic drug voice.
Boy.
Well, I dare not take you.
Take what,
Okay,
man?
so
I'm resisting.
cool. Yeah, roll.
Oh no. I have to beat a 4, right?
What? You can do that.
Don't trust myself. Oh, I rolled a 9.
There you go.
Yay!
Okay,
If
yeah,
you just believe.
So yeah, you don't do these drugs, and you hear you fuck, and they go quiet. So yeah,
I think my brain is functioning at a higher capacity sober, and now I'm gonna try to recreate what happened here. Kind of feel the ash of the burnt papers in my hands. Look at the drugs, how they're arranged. Look at the end, the coaster itself, and recreate what happened here visually.
Visual
so
calculus.
do like a visual calculus. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a bit challenging. Yeah, this is a 12. This is like a challenging roll.
Any of the drugs help me get more visual calculus?
Do you have bonuses? Yeah. Do any of them give you bonuses? With
All of
visual
them
calculus?
have something.
could
Yeah.
take- Yeah, you could take another
I
drug.
know. No, I'm resisting it. Dare.
If you
Is there-
if you're on a drug, you have to roll to see if it still lasts the next scene or something.
I think
Yeah, they didn't last earlier.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because we had
I've
coffee
sobered
when
up.
we were at Annie's articles.
Is coffee a drug?
Well, it cancels out.
None of the drugs.
Is that a game mechanic, or are you speaking from personal
visual-
experience?
None of the drugs
Whatever
give you
gets us the higher
bonus
roll.
to visual calculus. One does give you bonus to perception, but that's it.
Can we help? I forgot. Is there a mechanic to help each other?
I can't
I
remember.
don't think there
I don't think so.
is.
Okay, because I have okay visual calculus.
All
And
right.
you
Well,
got
this
it.
is literally his house. So let
Yeah,
him
he's
be
got
the-
it.
Right.
It's like, I wish.
Yeah.
Surely you know the place.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a 9 total.
9 total. Yeah, you look at all of these papers. You look at all these papers.
Wait, another 9
um,
after the resist?
Yeah, you look at all these papers tossed around and like burned, and it just seems like the workings of a madman. Like it doesn't really make sense to you. You are not able to comprehend any of it. So you're going to take an experience point for that, and then you're gonna have to pay the price for this failure. And oh gosh, I'm gonna say you're what's gonna happen, I think, is you're like getting down and like trying to look and like really get a feel for this space, like really trying to get a feel for what's going on in here. And your eyes keep drifting back to the drugs on the ground. And I'm not going to say that you like smoke them or do anything with them necessarily, but you've been trying to build up this part of yourself that's sober, like is drug free at this point. And your hand hesitates right above them. And you're able to pull away, but the fact that you even considered it, or that you were that close to breaking, I'm going to say you lose 2 points of morale.
Oof. Ouch. Damn. Okay. These are 2 conditions to make, right?
Yes. And I'm going to say for condition, what do you think?
I don't know, but I should
confused.
be marking experience every time I fail, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should be marking experience. Exhausted.
And you get a condition, I believe, for each level that you lose.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so 2 conditions. What do we think?
Withdrawals?
Yeah, withdrawals. Yeah, that can be. Yeah, I think that's good. Could be like confused.
Confused.
Yeah. I'm gonna say as you see Desmond on the ground, Braxton, you take a closer look at this photo, and you're able to kind of clearly see the town, all of the stuff, and you see in the photo the gym lit up, and you see yourself out in the front, like a little bit of a dot, but you're kind of able to see yourself. It's not too far away that you can't really perceive. And you see you're holding up a big sign. You can't really make out what it says on the sign, but you're like, it looks like you're protesting. It looks like you're kind of yelling out against the against the developers.
I was on the other side of that.
Against
right?
the people with the uniforms.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
And it
And I'm
looks like there are
assuming-
a few people around you.
I'm assuming that this is in regards to the development of the, these-
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so what this tells me now is that there was an organized demonstration displaying, opposition to this happening, and now
Mhm.
somebody's dead. Like the new information is that there was a very public display of dissent, and I was part
Yeah,
of it.
and then also like for a clue for you could be like the gym, like you were on that side of like your
Oh.
personal, like you were like fighting against the development. This is a personal clue as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I could say a clue for everybody can be that there's like an organized side to the fight against, And then a clue for you, Tori, is that
And that
I'd say there
Braxton
could
is
be,
on it.
yeah, I could say there could be 2 clues for you, Tori. It could be that 1, you were against the development, and 2, you had something to do with the gym.
Nice.
And you've used guns before. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what to do with that one. Okay, so can I say trace for gym? Like, okay, I was at the gym.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then for like organized side key?
Yeah, yeah, that can make that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Okay. I got clues in abundance. But give me a second to work on my hunch.
Sweet. Yeah, yeah. So y'all are all still by this little alcove. But there is more of the carnival if you want to look at it, or what does everyone want to do?
We could go to the site where the demonstration was held. It looks like that took place. Is the photo dated? It's old.
There's no date on the photo. It doesn't look weathered. Like, it looks recent enough.
Is it singed at all? Like, was it part of the burning or was it separate?
It is not singed.
Okay. I feel like I kind of want to go talk to the reporter,
Okay.
especially because maybe she'll recognize you.
Yeah, works for me.
What do we remember about NDA?
Non-disclosure agreement?
NDO. It's the New
NDO.
Development Organization. That's the
Oh.
company
That's what it was.
that's the company that is trying to redevelop. And you can also see in the photo, like, their headquarters, like, location is, like, close by as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So are you all, like, leaving the area?
I do want to make a hunch. Okay. I'm having trouble clarifying what it is, but here's what I'm thinking is getting combined. The coincidence of the name Natalia, the fact that I was at this gym, local establishment, which is Trace, and the key component that I was so involved in this issue that I was like participating and vocal about, not wanting this to happen. So I don't know. Could that be motive? Or a suspect or a witness? I don't know. Something about this, I'm like, oh, so I'm not just randomly waking up and this happened.
Motive,
like I was
think,
involved
makes sense.
in.
Motive makes sense, I think.
As to why hypothetically this murder would happen.
Yeah,
Or as to
yeah,
why
yeah.
I would.
Yeah, motive makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Here's how, I guess. So from remembering Natalia, do I remember what kinds of stories she covered?
I'm gonna say if you wanted a roll to try to remember what kind of stories, I'm gonna say you don't remember exactly.
Can I roll? What would that be?
Yeah, I'm gonna say what do you have again? You have
You mean what am I good at?
I'm gonna say this could be I'll say this could be a spirit decor. Because it's like y'all work together.
Never
like
forget a
that kind of
face.
stuff.
When
Like,
you work together, you grow together.
Call back to like you're working together. Call back to like the calling of your job. So yeah, I'll say that can be, and I'll say this will be like a 12, like a challenging.
So that's gonna be a 17. Of course,
Damn.
neat Natalia. That's what I called her all the time, and she always covered stories that were related to.
Yeah, you remember she was very much kind of an anomaly in this little town. Because you all know that this town was kind of rocked by war, was very much part of more of a conservative like perspective, and she's very much this progressive anti-establishment voice, very much against the NDO, this new development organization, and trying to call out the corruption behind. Like, she's done several pieces against Alexei. Done several pieces against Alexei that you can remember, like several pieces trying to expose the corruption behind the corporation.
And I know that she is a thorough reporter, so the hunch is she's a witness or maybe knows more than
Yeah, she could like
has been
maybe piece
published.
together some like motives, some like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Locked away.
Since this is the end of a scene,
Mm.
that would mean that our thoughts progress one, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so I am at the end of are they with me or against me
Yes.
in my thought.
Yes.
So I would like to roll to
So yeah,
what?
you come up with what either outcome you would arrive at would be, which I feel like
I think it's
pretty clear
50-50.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's with me or against me are the two outcomes, and I really don't know. And that's I want to roll this before I do a hunch because it will inform my hunch.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say. And what would you like to say is with versus against, high or low?
Let's do with me is high, against me is low. And
Sweet.
remind me, this is just
1d6.
1d6?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 4 to 6, y'all are with me. 3 to 1, I'm convinced y'all are against me.
Yes.
That's a 4. Y'all are with me. Cool.
All in this together.
I remain paranoid, but it will no longer be directed at y'all, I think. What other effects?
Maybe esprit de
me-
corps.
It gives you a 3 or 4 bonus to one skill, or a 2 bonuses and a -1 to 3 different skills, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Not -1 to 3 different skills. -1 to 1 skill.
Sorry, one skill gets +2, one skill gets +2, and a third skill gets -2. So
okay, I'm bringing
net plus of 3 or 4.
I'm gonna bring esprit de corps up to 1. I'm going to bring shivers up to 5, which will be explained when I give my hunch. And I'm going to bring authority down 1.
Okay.
Because a hunch that I have in connecting, what am I connecting here? Hunch. And I think that this is going to be a suspect, but it might also be an opportunity. But I think that the three of us. Oh, wait, I need to combine things. Ha ha ha. Okay. Desmond's, I don't think I'm a real cop. The photo as the key, the square, including both the construction workers, and knowing that like Braxton is against the development, the I don't think I'm a real cop, and now my gut feeling that y'all are with me, I'm gonna have that these two showed me the light and we committed this together. So I was on the bad side, and
All of us.
yeah, I was a construction worker going to tear down, and y'all convinced me not to. Probably in like, I think the reason this could be an opportunity is because I like met y'all at a what's it called, like at the gathering in the square. Yeah, met you. You convinced me. That's why we're all here together. That's why we're embroiled in this.
Yeah,
that's my hunch.
What are your highest skills?
My highest skills, you'd never guess. It's empathy and endurance.
Empathy, endurance.
Right under that is logic.
Okay.
And then nothing else is like, oh, shivers is pretty high too. Shivers is a 5.
Shivers is 5, and then logic. Yeah. Okay.
Is a 6, and empathy and endurance are both 7s.
Okay. I'll read the thing for logic. Logic likes to formulate theories and deduce things. It believes everything's a problem that can be solved, that there's one optimal way to do anything. It will detect lies and inconsistencies in the stories you're told, and it also does your taxes for you. I think we're walking away, but logic is eating at your brain. The end. The end, the end, the end. Something else is here, but it's just on the tip of your tongue. Something else that you could figure out. Is that fair?
And I think that I will accept that. I think I turn around because I was also thinking this, like in my little logic brain. And if y'all are walking away, I think I try to do this alone. But I'm not being like super sneaky about it. I think I want to go up to the dragon and try to talk to it the way that I saw Desmond do.
Oh dear.
Okay. Give me an Inland Empire roll. I'm gonna say this will be challenging. This will be a 12.
Do you have anything?
That's a 5 at first roll. I have 2. That's a 4. That's an 11.
Damn.
Dang. Let me just double check. What was my... No, I have paranoid as a tag. I didn't know if that would do anything for me to bump me up to the 12 because I'm at a...
I'll say if you want paranoid to like help you with this, you will still take the fail like condition, but you might be able to.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll get harmed, but have this information.
Yeah, so you as you walk up to the dragon,
I think I like whisper, what did he see in you? And then I'm like,
unlike when Desmond saw it, it's not this cordial, happy creature. As you look at it, it's scales, this kind of the wood, the paint peels back, revealing this charred, kind of broken figure underneath as it looks directly at you, and you feel the wood shift as it turns to face you and says, "Hello, Al. I haven't seen you in a while now, have I?" And as this happens, everyone else can see this as well. The lights from the carnival turn on. And what are you trying to communicate?
Well,
what are you trying to ask? What it said to Desmond?
No, I think when it says I haven't seen you for a while, I say I think I have a lot to make up for.
Yeah, you haven't paid me a visit in a long time. A lot of people haven't paid me a visit in a while either. You know, they're trying to tear me down now. They're trying to get rid of me. But you know just as well as I do that
They can't get rid of you.
things like me don't go away that easy. You don't want me to go away, do you, Al?
No.
No, you don't. That's why you want to help me. Right?
Sure. What did
You know that.
What did you do?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. What did you do, Al? You didn't like that guy one bit. He worked you to the bone day and night, didn't he, Al? Didn't he? And as this happens, everyone else can see the lights kind of flash, and the lights get brighter and brighter and brighter, and they burst and pop out, and you are out of the vision.
Did I take damage to health and or morale?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say for this, you are a little bit too close to the dragon and the lights that kind of flashed around it. And as the lights burst, like in your face, you take two damage to health.
What will that do for tags?
Let me see. I'm gonna say condition. Your condition. I'm gonna say. What do you think?
Is there?
Because it's 2 conditions, right? Rules lawyer.
You get a condition for each point.
Yeah, 2 conditions. Is there a list of
so-
options?
Yeah. It's on. I'll send it in the chat. So there's like the basic breakdown.
Yeah.
There's mental conditions and
I think
physical
I should
conditions.
get a physical condition. I think I should get this isn't on there, but how do we feel about, I'm gonna say like bloodied, but not like bloodied. Like I have cuts on my face and I
Yeah.
want it to give me,
Probably hurt your charisma or
that's what I was thinking.
whatever that stat is. Yeah.
Yeah, your
Negative to
suggestion, like a lower
suggestion.
suggestion.
Or maybe authority. Because I started with authority kind of high and
Yeah.
that's been going down.
And if there's like, if you wanted a second one, I could suggest maybe you have like you know, when you look at a bright light too long and you
Yeah.
have like those spots in your eyes. That could also be it.
Vision issues. And I'm gonna,
The dragon's
Give-
burned into your retinas.
oh, that's gonna be a negative to, it's gotta be perception, right? And I think I turn around and I run up to Braxton
Hello.
and I say, we gotta talk to her. We have to figure out what happened and what we need to do now.
Of course, Al. We'll get there. Keep it together. We're a team. Remember that.
We're a team. We are in this together.
And the light gets brightest and then it bursts, man. That's just how it goes.
I'm like bleeding on you.
Before we leave, you said under the roller coaster there were bottles, there was a pipe and a lighter. Can I?
Yeah, lighter.
I actually want to check out the lighter. Initials on it? Any kind of specific design? Fancy?
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say you can like look at this lighter and you kind of like turn it over and it's a nice, like it's a nice like flip like switch like metal lighter, and at the bottom you can see the initials DM.
Hey,
Desmond, what's your last name? Do you remember even?
Hell yeah.
You couldn't tell me?
But I think something's coming back to me.
Martin.
Michael, can I form another personal hunch?
Ooh.
Rosa, can you do a hunch like for both things, or is it just is it like just one total?
It's technically 1 per scene, but I can't remember if you can do it for a different type. Let me check. You're 1 for each in each scene. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, you can make
Okay,
one for
well,
each.
It's a new scene.
Well, this is the same scene. We'll say this is not a new scene.
In that case, I just don't know.
But like you could make like an but yeah, if anyone who didn't make a personal hunch wants to make a personal hunch if they made the thing. But yeah, cool.
And I mean, Anish, hypothetically, if you're entering a new scene, you could just be like, make your hunch as soon as you enter the scene with the same clues.
I'd rather establish it first. It's okay to not speed run the game.
when we roll to solve a mystery, how does that work again?
You just roll 2d6 and add your progress bar in whatever you're
And
solving it in.
what do we
How
have
mu-
to hit?
A 12.
Oh fuck!
Hell yeah, I'm fucking solving a
I
mystery,
have to
baby.
get. I have to get a. How many fucking hunches do you have?
That's the average. I have 5.
Holy shit! Do you add both case and identity?
No, just whichever one you're solving.
Damn.
I have only done case ones. I don't
Oh my
give a
God.
fuck who I am.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you all you all make your way past the dilapidated carnival district.
Did you say
to,
dilapidated?
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 Dilapidated.
Hey,
Dilapidated.
get
Shut
it
the
fast.
fuck up.
Chat.
Jump
Okay,
'em.
dilapidated. Sorry. Chat.
The Michael Sparks fan club is gonna hate this one.
Can we get a tick counter every time we bully Michael in this episode?
That's great.
We should do it for every episode. And like on every 10th one, you get like a free compliment from everybody or something.
Oh, that's sweet.
All right, sorry. So turn the page for me.
Dilapidated.
Turning the page, you walk away from the dilapidated carnival district as you make your way to the nearby local news office. You go up to this place. It's not contiguous with the rest of the apartments that were planned to be torn down. It's a little bit to the side of them. Like where Anna's articles was side by side with the rest of the apartments. This is a little bit more separated, but still potentially in the line of fire. And you walk up to this place. It seems it's not very busy. There's not a lot of like bustling activity. But as you walk up to it, you can see where the crane was. Where the crane is, the excavator with the body on it, there are people that have started gathering in the distance towards it as you walk towards the news office.
You're saying that the machine is close enough to the news building that we're seeing both?
Like it's the way this town. I should have drawn a little map. It's kind of the center of the town, like this. There's this central area where the excavator is, kind of in view of all of the apartments. And since you've been walking around, the sun has come up, the day has passed a little bit, and so yeah, you can see it from the like news office.
I guess I was more getting at: is there any chance? Like, is there a roof? Is there some connecting structure between the news area? Like, could anyone in the news area have easily gotten in and out from the excavator? I didn't know if you were telling me they were like nearby or something.
No, it's like everything. The central of the town is basically viewable from anywhere.
All right, never mind.
Else in the town.
I think that's a clue, though.
Yeah.
It could be like everything's close to each other. So suspects could have.
Yeah. Like everything, like everyone, like had the potential to be able to go out there and like, yeah.
Oh, before we talk to a fourth possible, member of the collaboration, Desmond, do you have an ID or a badge or?
I mean, yeah, of course I do.
You mind if I see it?
Yeah, you better give it back though.
Oh yeah, you can hold it the whole time. I just want to lay my peepers on it.
I've not looked at this badge in depth. I've just had a badge. I don't know what it really says.
I'm just curious. What's the last name? Is the last name start with M?
I think it's literally just like, well, I don't know what a badge is, Michael.
Is it just numbers?
Oh, like a badge, like a
badge is a number and potentially like a name, like last name. Or,
Papa help.
But are you just thinking of
name?
What's the name on
What's
the badge?
the last name? Desmond Blank. Or is it a fake name entirely? Or like,
or when you say police badge, is it like what I'm about to send in the chat? Like
I'm picturing SVU style. They like flop it out of their wallet or whatever they do, and then flop it back and put it in their pocket.
I just sent the first.
Oh, if it's that kind of thing, it would have like. Let me see. What are you sending?
Yeah, that kind of badge. That's what I
was imagining.
Not an ID.
Here's what I was imagining. In Phoenix, right? In your inventory, you always have a weird little badge, a little medallion. That's what I was.
Oh, the pin.
A weird little badge.
No one would believe you're a lawyer without this pin.
Exactly.
No one would believe you're an attorney without this pin.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't think it really has a name on
it,
like any kind of identifiable.
Did you have your wallet with you?
Did I have my wallet? No, I think I very distinctly did not have a wallet. I had just loose.
Yeah, no.
Bummer, man. What's the decoration on the lighter? I know DM's at the bottom. Just a solid color.
The
plastic,
decoration,
metal. What are we looking at?
it's metal. It's like a pretty nice lighter. And the decoration on it, you could see it's like a grasping hand.
Man,
I don't like that.
So are you all entering the building?
yeah, I guess so. What else is there to do?
Cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so you as you swing open this door, like it like, you know, kind of swings open, a little rusty on the hinges. You hear the little ding 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 of the bell kind of attached to the top of the door, announcing your entrance. And you see the office is pretty empty. There's no one really there, but from a back room, you can hear, "Oh, just 1 second, I'll be right out."
She's British.
And you can hear you hear some stuff kind of falling down. And it's like, "Ow!" And you hear like someone you hear like someone hit their head on something and like kind of like bump over, and you hear like an exclamation. And from the back room, you see emerge this woman, very beautiful.
I'm picturing the lady from The Mummy, from the voice and the knocking
Yeah.
stuff over. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, very accurate. Yeah. Very, very much like, you know, like this beautiful, like long, like kind of like brunette hair, but very disheveled, kind of, seems like she's been in here all night long, like kind of like tossing and turning and throwing things around and like trying to organize things. And she has some glasses that are kind of like down on her nose as she pushes them up. And she looks at you and says, "Oh, yes, hello. Braxton, good to see you. How have you been? You went missing the other night."
Well, I gotta tell you, it's so good to hear somebody recognize me. Because if I'm being totally honest, I can't remember what happened. It would really help me out if you could tell me what I was doing before I disappeared.
"Oh dear, you can't remember anything?
Not diddly squat.
Oh, how bad did you get hit?"
I'm not sure if I was hit.
Get hit by what?
Right.
"Oh, you don't remember?"
Listen, Natalia. Is it Natalia or Natalia?
You're saying you don't remember? We've been
Ma'am,
friends
I
for
just
years.
told you. I woke up and everything's fuzzy.
Oh, well, she kind of like brushes her hair back and she looks down, clearly very sad.
Oh.
Do I get the vibe that they're lovers?
Maybe.
It's not a no. You still got a
You wanna-
chance.
You want to roll? You could roll for empathy if you want to like be.
Hell yeah, I
extremely
want to
sure.
roll for empathy.
Yeah, give me an empathy roll. I'll say this is like a medium, like a 10.
Okay. I got it so much. My empathy is 7 plus 6
20.
is what? 13. No.
7 plus
Yeah,
7
yeah.
plus 6?
Yeah, no.
Just 7 plus 6.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it clearly looks like there was something between Natalia and Braxton. Like she looks like very kind of disturbed. As she looks down and she looks up and says, "Oh, yes, yeah, Natalia was fine. Nat, I guess. But no, there was yes, but she looks up at you and says, "Yes, no, last night, there was a fight. Do you not remember?"
Listen, it sounds like I've forgotten a whole person who is very important to me. And while I feel sad that I have upset you, I honestly have no recollection of anything else. Please give me very detailed description of what was going on.
You see his tears start to well up in her eyes.
Oh, come on now.
I don't know how to deal with this. What are you trying to say? You don't remember anything about me at all?
Hey, you're like you're the one thing that it seems Braxton can remember.
Give me whoever wants to give me a suggestion roll.
Not me.
I can. I have nothing good for it.
I have a 3.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you can do
Did
it.
I?
What do you have?
What do you have, Desmond?
Oh, me? A 0.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said, can you do it?
Oh,
You
yeah.
said, did I do it?
No, I said, should I do it?
Whoever wants to do it can do it.
I'm happy to if I'm trying to calm her down.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll say this is a formidable. This is like a 14.
Jesus Christ. First roll is a 5.
Ooh.
Second roll is a 5. My suggestion just got brought down from 14 or from 4 to 3, so it's a 13.
God,
Damn.
this keeps
A
happening.
failure.
Yeah. So.
Can I-
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't quite lost her yet. Can I do an empathy roll or even do some kind of token move? Is there some way I can big brain this where I can just get one last word in before she completely breaks?
I'm gonna say
Try.
real quick before you. I'll say you can do that, but before you do that, I'll say for this suggestion roll, what is what happens? She starts the tears starts. What are you trying to say to her?
That was Braxton knew that we had to come here because Braxton knew that, he knew you.
Gotcha.
So you-
Gotcha.
The last.
Yeah, and she says, and she looks at you and says, well, if clearly something is very wrong. If Brax, and like the tears just start swelling in her eyes. And as this happens, you just feel terrible. Like you feel like you just made things much worse. So you're gonna take.
Did I, just from that, clearly something is very wrong with her looking at me. Did
Mhm.
I hit Braxton last night? Was I in the fight and I was the one who hit Braxton?
That's what I'm saying. If she would just spit it out, we'd have.
This is your girlfriend. Be nice
Yeah,
to
yeah.
her.
Tears are flowing. I need the words before.
Yeah. No, she looks specifically at you, Al, and's like, I don't know how you have the nerve to be in here.
I also don't remember anything. So
Yeah,
that
you know,
helps.
we don't. None of us know anything. Okay,
And
I'm very confused.
You're gonna take a point of morale damage, Al.
Cool.
In fact, you know what? I pull out my badge on my order as a figure of some sort of authority. I'm gonna need you to start spilling the.
No.
And I just throw up.
Can I use a token to I want to invoke
Endurance.
volition in you. I
An
want to
endurance roll?
invoke self-will that the vomit is in your mouth, but you swallow it. Because don't fuck this up for us right quick.
Oh,
That's my challenge. Roll volition or whatever.
I'm resisting. And I have nothing in volition. So
What does
you
this
could roll
mean?
2 ones.
I could roll 2
Is
ones.
that the only way you swallow this? If it's
Is
2
this
1?
could this be a contested role, rules lawyer?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a thing I've wondered about.
I could be endurance. I have a 2 in endurance.
Ooh, endurance makes sense.
All right.
You
So to
still have
resist
to roll
the
2
urge
ones.
to vomit altogether.
I still have to roll 2 ones. All right, I'm rolling. Sorry, I did see a 1, but I rolled a 1 and a 6. So, and can I get some XP because I wanted to use my confusion and sick conditions?
Sure. Yeah. You got.
I'm just fishing for it, baby.
And yeah. So you are you vomiting all over her?
I mean, I don't have control. Where do I vomit?
Oh God.
Can I jump in front of the vomit so it doesn't get on her?
I'm gonna say if you want to jump in front of the vomit,
Reaction speed.
It's gonna be what do you have? What do you have skills in? Do you have reaction speed or like savoir faire? Like what do you got?
I have reaction speed.
Yeah, this is gonna be reaction speed. I'll say this is
Can I that catch it and throw it back in your mouth? I'm just trolling.
I've done that before.
You
It's
caught
doable.
vomit and threw it back in somebody's mouth?
I've caught vomit and stopped it from going to where it was gonna go.
I'm
Was
gonna
it
say-
with
I'm
the
gonna say this is-
child? Yes.
This
But-
is not like a formidable challenge. This is challenging though. This is going to be a 12.
It's always a 12. I actually don't accept that. Give me a different number. Any other number.
Tori, do you have any
Okay.
conditions? There might be some tags or conditions that you could invoke to give you a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh no, because I lost my sheet.
Have you gotten any conditions this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, pull another number out, Michael.
13.
This is
just
a
anything else other than
I'm just
12.
going
think
based
it
off
should
the
be-
sheet, okay? This
I
is a
think
13.
it should be an 11. I think
I
this is
agree.
easier.
It's
than
actually
me.
a
Okay.
10.
It's
a
not
10.
like an impossible
It's a 10.
task. I just want
It's
to
a 10.
get as
Impossible
little
is
vomit on her
20.
as possible.
Impossible
Well,
is
it's prob-
20.
Well, it's probably
So
a
this
10.
Right.
I'll say okay, this is 11.
I have a
Thank you.
question. How about 11 to stop the vomit from getting on her, but maybe a higher roll would stop the vomit from getting on
I like
you
that we're
too.
negotiating. Where are the rules, lawyer? Where
This
where
is-
the rule
okay.
book does it
This
say?
is
I'll
that?
say-
what is it called? What's the court? It's like a crocodile court or something.
Kangaroo court.
Kangaroo court.
court.
I'll
Not
say
filibuster.
okay. I'll say 11. I think 11 and it's going to be a 16 not to get any on you at all.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now. I rolled an 11.
If you had kept it at 12, that's all I'm saying.
I would have failed facts. So
um
bullying
Yeah.
works. Add one to the Michael tally.
yeah, so you jump in front of
You said I don't accept that.
Hit him
Yeah,
with the counter.
you know I could just not tell you what the challenge rating is.
Actually, your character drops dead.
You have a heart attack.
Yeah, you jump in front of Desmond as he throws up, and it just coats your body as you feel this like bile and this acidic like scent rise in your nose as
What you been eating,
you
man?
feel like you're gonna throw up as well, but you're able to kind of keep it down. But you are now soaked in this vomit. And,
Honestly, that is so gross. Can I roll endurance to see if I throw up or not?
I'm gonna say you both roll endurance, and this is gonna be a 12.
This is
Back to 12. I make it. I swallow my vomit.
Can I push for it to be a volition roll? Because
For you
mine would
specifically?
be, even if I vomit, I am swallowing it. I have that restraint and willpower. Make it a 20.
I will
don't care.
say
20, 20, 20.
I will say if you want it to be,
20.
have you already rolled? Don't lie. What did you roll? You can't re-roll.
Okay. I did roll a 4.
Would volition
Total?
get you up to a 12?
No. It'd get me to 11. Anyway.
You said make it a 20. I don't care.
I thought I could bluff my way into it.
Yeah, no. So you both fail this.
Alright.
Oh no, you fail this.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
So I do vomit. I
You-
try to hold it in. It comes out my nose.
Do you vomit
Well,
on me?
you're facing Desmond at
Vomit on-
least.
Yeah, you vomit.
Reaction speed.
You're gonna try reaction speed, Desmond.
Man, fuck this mystery. I just want to shower.
Okay.
I lean in, and I'm like, I'm so sorry this has happened, lady. You're too pretty to be in a place like this. Ah!
She's, what is going on? I have no idea. And Braxton. Oh wait, did you just share your screen?
Yeah, I
What
rolled
did you-
2 ones.
What is
You
this
rolled
No.
2 1s for reaction speed.
Yeah.
This was to
Vomit
avoid
in
my
your
vomit.
mouth.
Oh
Vomit
God.
in your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah. So, oh Lord. So you
We're gonna
vomit
have so
on.
many content warnings on this one.
We
Yeah.
should have somebody just go in the edit and just say, "Prepare yourself."
Brace
You
yourself.
okay? So
The
Desmond,
good news is I don't think a lot of it got on the floor. We're able to remove our bodies and take
was
most
like
of it out.
a mommy bird situation.
Oh
Oh
God!
my
Desmond-
gosh, it really was a mommy.
Desmond,
is-
you vomit on.
No, we're like the frogs in a fountain.
Wow.
You vomit onto Braxton. In doing so,
Okay,
Braxton, like you were
okay.
yelling like, "Watch out!" Some of the vomit got into your mouth, which caused you to vomit back on to Desmond. Desmond, in trying to avoid it, you tripped and fell closer towards Braxton, and just fully coated your face with Braxton's vomit.
And then
you
we all clean up in a shower and come out all clean.
and you
Yay.
you fall like straight on your face. How much health
Oh.
do you have, Desmond?
We can't die from this bit.
You chose for this to happen too. This wasn't invoked. You just like
I have enough health.
Okay, you take
What
2
does
points of
that
health
mean?
damage.
I have what?
And-
I think what?
You take 2 health damage,
Cool.
Did you just
and
die?
then
I'm about to.
Braxton, you also take two hit points of health.
man, give it to my morale too. It's the worst day of my
Um,
life.
Actually, if you want it to go to your morale, I'll say it would be like 2 points to your morale. It's like if you think that, because this is like right in front of, I guess, someone you care about. If you prefer that, or we could split it evenly.
Hey, that's a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that happened.
I'm gonna be like, I remember from the photograph where my gym is. We can use those showers and buy some new clothes at the gym merch
We'll
shop.
be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be
Literally.
back in 5.
We go back.
Okay.
We take
So
a
you're-
shower
you're
and we're all clean.
So she is just hysterical at this point. She's like, what happened? What is going on? What, this is such a mess. And she's just like losing it. She's crying.
Can I talk to her?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. I come back wearing a fresh set of Liftum, the gyms. Liftum's.
Wait, we're saying
matching
I'm
sweats.
gonna say you haven't had a chance to leave yet. If you're trying to, like, if we want to go there, that would be a different.
I'm not going to
scene.
speak to her covered in. I am leaving then, if that's the.
I think it's just we don't want to do anything else at the gym except change.
Except
so, like
I will
speed
say
running that.
Yeah.
Comic cut.
Yeah.
I'll say we like flash to the gym.
I get a quick pump in.
You get, yeah. We'll say this can be a clue, like, for you, Braxton, about like your life. Like you as you get to the gym, you like remember where the key is hidden. Like you have this like muscle memory to look under the mat, like in front of the gym, to like grab the key and unlock the door. Like how to do this stuff. So I'll say you get a few like personal clues.
People there like high fiving me and stuff, or do
Yeah.
people there hate me? Okay.
I'll say like well, I mean, you're covered in vomit.
Oh yeah.
So people keep kind of a clear berth, but you see some nods. So yeah, you all clean up at the gym, and you're now wearing like gym
Liftums.
shorts and like liftums clothes.
I have 5 experience. I can use them to crystallize a thought, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the last thought I've been kind of dwelling on is the question, am I a piece of shit? I feel like the answer might be really clear, but we can roll an omens on it.
If you want it just to be yes,
Oh man.
you don't have to roll.
I think the answer is yes, right? I think that's so abundantly clear. I'll let you decide, Michael.
I mean, what would be more fun for you to like roll? I'll say if you roll on oracles, I feel like it could be like a very clear like very clear roll, like one of the things where like the answer would be like almost certainly yes.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I don't know what the percentages are.
Let me look it up.
It's a 2. You roll 2d6. A 2 is absolutely not. 3 of 4 is no, and then 5 to 8 is yes, and 9 to 12 is absolutely yes.
Cool. Let me roll then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Boop, boop. I rolled a 6.
So it's a yes.
I am a piece of shit. So the stats that will change for that. What is the spread of things again?
It's
+2,
you could get
+2,
+2
-2?
+2 -1, or +3 minus nothing, or +4 -2.
-1. I think it's like a net positive of 3 or 4.
A net positive of 3, yeah.
I don't know what that would correspond to.
I'm a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit.
Like humility, is that one?
No, that would be maybe like
minus empathy, perhaps, or minus authority, minus
authority.
Could be minus like empathy.
Minus authority. That sounds good.
Yeah, minus
but
authority.
Empathy's like relating to other people, and so it's like.
But what skill would being a piece of shit help me do?
That's a harder question.
I
feel like that would increase empathy, because if you are hard on yourself,
I don't know.
I feel like
I feel like
superiority complexes don't have deep
what about
empathy.
Drama? Ooh.
I was gonna say I was looking at drama too. I feel like drama.
Ooh,
what the hell is drama?
Too.
Like if that's trying to cause a scene, baby,
let me look up drama for a second. Drama is for all acting and dressing reality a little bit, which is a euphemism for living. But besides deceiving people, it also excels at performing, feinting, and detecting when other people are doing such things to you. It takes a liar to know a liar. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna add 4 to that, -1 to authority. Is that cool?
Sweet. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Awesome. So yeah, you all have gone to the gym, cleaned up, and you are back at the news, like the office, and you see that Natalia has calmed down a little bit, and she looks at you all and says, "What was that?"
Hey, Al, Desmond, you mind if I speak? Do you mind if I speak privately?
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Appreciate it.
I take one step back.
I'd say I step out of the room.
That just because I'm having trouble with memory right now doesn't mean that you're not a person who deserves a lot of care and thought. And I apologize that I made you feel, unimportant and probably a little disgusted today. So I did bring you a Powerade to get your electrolytes up and a Quest cookie bar. And I would love to just sit down with you, maybe on a park bench, enjoy the day, take some sips of your electrolytes, and please just walk me through where we were yesterday and what happened. And hey, I mean, whatever's going on in my silly brain, who knows if this is a long-term thing? It might come back. So just all I'm asking is, even though I've given you no reason to, would you please give me a chance?
I'm going to say, because you went through all of this chaos, you don't have to roll for this. She kind of like, she looks forward and kind of like puts her hands against your shoulders, against your broad shoulders, and like leans forward, kind of like nuzzles her head against your neck, and says, "Oh, Braxton, I was just so worried about you.
Yeah.
Last night, during the protest, one of a fight broke out between the workers and us, and you just went for it. I'd never seen you like that before. You were always so gentle and kind to me, but when you saw that the workers were pushing some people down, you just started swinging. I'd never seen that before ever.
That sounds really scary. I'm sorry you had to be there for that. Can you stay in that moment a little longer? Do you remember what any of the guys who started a fight looked like? Maybe they had name tags or any distinguishing features?
You see, Al, are you still in the room?
I am out of sight, but I am trying to hear.
Yeah, she glances around. Since you're not there, she says, "They looked like your friend. How did you meet this person? They're trying to destroy the town. They don't even live here. They came from none of these workers live here. They don't owe any loyalty to us. They're just trying to tear everything down. Like, you have family here. Like, I have family here. They just want to kick us out of here. I mean, they were trying to do the construction early. They weren't going to give us enough time to clean all of our stuff out. And that's why we were protesting. Do you remember that?
Nat, this all sounds really important. Unfortunately, I do not remember it. I know those two individuals I came with because they were the first people I ran into after I came to, and I actually got to drop a bombshell on you. Maybe you've been outside, I don't know. Somebody killed Alexi, the head of the NDO, like brutally, man. Like really, like,
Her face just goes white. What?
That's the kind of day I'm having. I woke up, I don't remember nothing, and I found a body, man. It's been crazy. But I know that you probably did some research
outside?
into this.
Just in
Like on the excavator, like that big, like, crane looking thing.
And you see she kind of like rushes over. There's like a terminal to the side. And she's like and she like opens up her computer. And are you following her?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And she says, there must be something on the surveillance tapes. I know we had a break-in years ago and had to install something. There must be something on here. And she like starts like flipping through. What's up, Emma?
I would love to roll drama to see if she's lying.
Okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll say this is a 13.
This is impossible for me. Double six.
Okay, I'll say this is 11. Sure.
Well, the first one was a 5. So it still could happen. And a 6!
Hey!
That's 11.
Go on and tell her, GM. There's no way Nat's lying to me.
Yeah.
That was a very worried
Who's my
Yeah.
No,
we
yeah,
know your
she's
shit.
she like runs over. It doesn't seem like she's lying.
Okay.
But she might not be revealing everything to
Does
she
it
might
seem
not
like
be
she was really surprised that he was dead? That's the main thing that I was trying to figure out, if she was acting
that
out.
No.
No, what?
Doesn't seem like she was that surprised.
Oh.
So she's a fucking liar. Liar. She's not surprised that he's dead.
Okay.
That's a clue, yeah.
Can I
But,
add that?
only
if I'm out
only
of the
you
loop?
know only you
Yeah.
know this. This is only a clue for Al. Yeah, so yeah, she's like flipping through and she says, "Oh, yeah,
Wait, are there different
let's,
screens and she's flipping through them and also
there's like
turning the
one
lights and
kind
shutting
of
the
computer
door?
terminal.
Is she deleting the footage?
Give me a perception check. Are you trying to like if you want to?
I'm not in the room.
Yeah, you're not
like
in the
who
room.
like it would only be
Nobody's
or
come back
I guess,
from me.
are you trying to
that
peek?
I run and get you, and then I'm like, we gotta get him out of there. This is a bad situation.
What's up?
I think she did it. We gotta get him out of there.
She's bad news. All right.
Not like hurt her bad news, but get him out of there bad
Okay, yeah. I'm not a cop, so that's not really a thing I do anymore.
That with the force.
Yeah, so she's like flipping through, and you can see as she's like fast forwarding through this footage, you see a large crowd, like just outside of the office, kind of like milling around as it like just fast forwards. And you can notice, if you remember from the photo, from the Polaroid, this is very similar to the scene from the Polaroid.
I wanted to, as I'm walking through Natalia's place, I wanted to look for anything that resembles a couple things. Brands, perhaps welding tools to make a brand, or a Polaroid camera. Just things that have been key pieces of things in this investigation.
Give me a I'm gonna say this is I feel like this is perception.
Okie dokie. What if I rolled well for once?
This will be a 13. No, I'll say this is 11. Sure.
Yeah,
We've been
cool.
doing 11.
Just wanted to. Yeah, that's a really good number to pick. I rolled a 10.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
get the
you
next
look
pick of
around, and as you kind of like leaf through things, you knock some stuff over. This is the complication. You knock some things over onto the ground, and it is quite loud. Don't forget EXP. You knock some stuff into the ground, and it's loud. And you, Braxton, in there with Natalia, you see she's like, oh, did your friends come back inside? And she like stops going through the recording, and she's gonna go out and investigate what
That's
you all are
perfect.
doing.
Okay,
and she
I'll
comes,
stay and press play.
As you can see as this happens, she is like yeah, she walks through into the door and she's looking out, and you can press play.
I would love to distract her.
Yeah,
while
I would
this is
also like to
happening.
distract her as well, and potentially we could do something together.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What are you trying to do?
Well, first, Natalia, I'd like to again apologize for my rude actions earlier, and I've been again, and I show her I've been bloodied since I've woken up, and I don't think I've really gotten a chance to truly clean myself off. I find myself in a similar situation to Braxton, and my physical facilities are not up to standards, and for that I apologize. But I'd like to ask, we've been keeping up with your work for a while. We read your article taking down Alexei, and I believe we Anna talked about it in the shop.
Yeah.
That while Alexei promised revival, the report was pretty much revealing that they had plans to build a luxury apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, as a fellow investigator, how you managed to find that out, the information about the luxury apartment. Did you interrogate Alexei? Did you have to do some digging in certain areas? I'm just curious.
Yeah, she straightens up. I'm not gonna say this. I don't think is a role. She's like standing in the doorway, kind of blocking the way into the back room. And she looks at you and says, "Oh well, I mean, it was public news. I went to his offices, the the NDO offices, and I asked him, and he was very brazen. He very, very clear about what he and she looks at you, Al. What you all wanted to do?
So you don't like the working class?
I am. We are the working class. What are you talking about?
Yes, we are. Literally, I work a job. I'm just trying to get her into a conversation so that Braxton has time to watch the video.
I'm gonna say this will be a drama. Like if you're trying to like,
I have 4 drama.
If you
Now.
want to do it, and we're just trying to
Well, I have
be
terrible
little
luck.
shit.
this
We
is
should
gonna
consider
be.
that
My
as a
luck has
factor.
been a lot better, but that
It's
means
been a
it's
lot
time for it
better.
to run out.
I'm gonna say this will be.
Yeah, say the number. I fucking dare you.
Is it 12?
Is it 12? Is it 12, Michael?
Don't know what came over me. I'm so
That was so
sorry.
funny.
I said
It was so funny.
I'm actually like not
Wait.
sure
I reject
where
that.
I
Wait,
was
put it on
going
the
from.
counter. Put it on the counter.
I
That's
was
the third.
not valid.
I was. This is pretty tough. I'm gonna say this is a formidable challenge because she's like very much put off by your presence, Al, specifically, and she wants to get back to Braxton and like potentially try to get you all out of here.
Could do
so
it.
this is gonna
I
be
feel
a
it.
14.
I
You
feel
got
it.
it.
I
You
feel
got
it.
it.
I'm gonna
Because I
roll.
can't do it, so you got it.
I'm gonna get a 6 and a 4. I'm gonna get a 6 and a. Oh no, wait, better. 2 5s.
2 5s.
2
Fives
5s.
have been good to me this
All right.
game.
You're gonna get a 5 and a 6. You're gonna go over it.
I'm actually gonna kill this. Watch this.
Closer. That was closer. Improvements.
So I
But
needed
not-
2
not
5s
good.
and I got a 4 and a 4. Cool.
Aw,
Just
that's
wanted to
so
double check.
close.
Wait, what would I have gotten? 8 plus 4.
That's a
12.
joke.
So who do we have to
Tori.
thank? No. Yeah.
But-
So you, the Mark XP. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you, what are you trying? What are you trying to do? Like you're trying to get her to stay? Like you're trying to distract her?
I
We're trying to bait her
yeah, we're
into
trying
talking
to
to us.
bait
Oh,
her.
no.
You, what happens is you, as you walk forward, you kind of like you kind of brush over and knock some other stuff off, like other papers off the counter, and you're making a mess. And as you do this, you see like a letter, like a note.
A note falls out.
Yeah. You see a notarized communication from the NDO. And you see that like she wasn't telling you everything. Like this is like evidence that she had some communications more inside the community, inside the company. But the reason this is revealed with your fail is she is going to look at you now, and you have already knocked stuff over. That's why she came out of here. And she's going to look at you. Get out. This
I'd
is
love
already
to-
a stressful day. I don't know I don't know who you people are. I don't
Neither
know
do we.
why- And you are making a mess of my office. Braxton, and she turns back to you. She says,
I'm grabbing the note and running
Wait,
as soon as she turns
and
around.
in the meantime, we've bought time for Braxton to look
Been
at
watching.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
put
was
that
gonna
on
say-
1.25.
I was gonna say we're gonna roll back time just a little bit.
Okay.
To see. Yeah, so you're watching, Braxton, like you're watching this video, and you're seeing this kind of like peaceful protest devolve into more of an outright brawl as the workers and the protesters start just fighting each other, and you can see. Like towards the back of the crowd is Alexi with a large megaphone, just kind of like yelling out over all of it. There's no sound, so you don't know what he's saying or what the conversation is happening. But you see yourself clearly, kind of like charging into the crowd, and you're throwing haymakers. You're like just beating
I
up
started
people.
it or no?
You did not start it, but you finished it.
Once it started, yeah, I was out there.
Once
Do I
it
recognize
started,
Al?
if you look carefully, you can see Al on the side of the workers, like engaged with you, like fighting.
Is it like the Shrek
Um,
sequence?
Yeah, and remind me, did either of y'all have like who I know who woke up with wounds? Like I know Desmond, you
definitely
woke up with like
Desmond.
a head wound. And yeah, as you're watching this whole conflict go down, you can see as the crowd kind of disperses, you were one of the last people there, Braxton, and you can see as you're like just kicking, you like kick dirt in their direction, but as they kind of swarm more towards you, you are running away, and you can see yourself whip out your camera as you take photos as you're running away, trying to like get some stuff, but it's too dark. It's like there's too much going on, as you peel off and you disappear into
Can I
the
roll
distance.
perception to see if I recognize Desmond in any of the faces as I'm watching?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to find me?
Just to know where everybody is when. It's actually
give
worse
me-
if
give
we
me a
can't
perception.
find you, no? I guess actually
I'll say
Alexi's alive at
I'll say
point.
this is pretty easy. So I'll say this is a 10.
Hey, 13.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so you can you're not sure if you see Desmond, but in the fray, kind of towards the back, you see like at the very like corner of the thing, you see someone that looks like Desmond kind of hanging on the edges, not really participating in the protest at all, just kind of watching it from the sides. And you see as it starts, people start throwing things around, and you can see as this whole thing starts, a lunchbox fly through the air and smash into Desmond's head.
My lunchbox. Sorry.
As he watches
It
on,
was you.
I didn't mean to.
as he watches on from the distance, like he's not even a part of this. He's just like a casualty, like he was just chilling to the side, and he just staggers off.
Last question. Happy to roll for this if I need to too. When is the last time I see Alexi? Does Alexi leave ever? Does Alexi go with somebody? What direction does Alexi leave? As the video is coming to the end of the footage, where is Alexi?
I'm going to say this will be another perception check, but this will be harder because this is like getting more
I'm
towards
running out of
when.
time.
Yeah, this is going to be a 14.
She's calling me.
Yeah, this is
All
going
right.
to be a 14. If you're going to try to get this, to like see what, like to see if you got to that far in the video.
It's a 13.
Damn. Yeah. No. I mean, you see he's like. You see he's in the throng, but you're not really sure. Like you lose track of him, and I'm gonna say what happens as this goes on. You suddenly feel like you look down at your hands, and you suddenly feel this ache, this like aching pain from. Like it's like after you've had a nice workout and you feel the stress in your muscles, you feel like you feel like physically bad, and you suddenly feel absolutely exhausted, like it's finally coming up to you, and I'm gonna say, feel free to interpret this as well. I'm going to say you start to have this thought, different than the thought you had earlier, but like the thought I'm suggesting is, am I a violent person?
Yep, I'll take it.
Yeah. And
Was
as
I
this
just
happens,
looking for a reason to blow up on people?
yeah, and as this happens, you see as Natalia, she turns around and is like, Braxton, I'm sorry. Your friends have got to go.
Hey,
This is all too
listen.
much. I think.
It's all right. I'm gonna get out of your hair, and if you want to find me, just take your time and let me know.
Okay. Thank you. And she smiles at you as she turns around. Have Alan?
I
Desmond, have you
wanted to
pieced out?
ask, was the perception check a red or white check?
It was red check. Tori's
Damn.
like
Because we got kicked
No.
out.
yeah, it's red check.
No.
The initial
Oh, yours?
sweep around the room for
It
the
was a red.
brand
Yeah, because you got kicked out.
was red. What does this room look like again? Are there windows?
Yeah, they're windows. It's like have you ever been inside? Well, I don't know if you've ever been inside like a newspaper office. But you know those like
watched Spider-Man.
blinds, like the yeah, like the old kind of blinds that like go straight up and down, like long,
Yeah.
like all of the walls. The wall is like a total like complete glass window.
Complete glass, yeah.
Yeah.
What do I see from here?
Like from inside, like looking out.
Yeah.
Like you can see the crowd around the shovel. Like you can see the excavator pretty clearly. It's not like super close. Like it's like it's a decent. It's like a football field away.
And just looking out at the town, I can kind of observe that some parts of town are more dilapidated, and some parts of town are just like gorgeous, renewed.
Mhm.
Some parts that are bigger, some parts that are smaller. And I'm thinking about all the things that are weird
Mhm.
that have been happening in the distance, a boat, warship that's haunted. I think about the carnival lights turning on. And I'm thinking about this entire encounter and how I've been knocking over things. But maybe my body was moving on its own. Maybe I played the klutz in order to get more clues.
Mm.
And I have a hunch. I am deeply interested in investigating the paranormal.
Great. That's a great hunch. I'm gonna say, as part of that hunch, like you're doing this, like you're like Natalia's kind of escorting you out. You look at the before you leave. You look at something. Something compels you to look at the photo again, the Polaroid of the town.
Yeah.
And I want you to, you can argue what you want. I want you to give me a visual calculus check.
Just tell me the number.
This is gonna be. Don't give me those eyes.
No, it's
this is gonna be
okay.
this is gonna be a 12. We haven't had one of those in a while.
That's true.
Praise be. I rolled a 14.
Amazing.
Hey.
You look at the photo. You really look at the photo. You had glanced over it before. You got the broad strokes, but as you look at the photo from the top of this, from what you know is the top of the roller coaster, you see the layout of the town is very interesting. Normally, city layouts have a general theme to them, whether it be blocks, like squares, that kind of stuff. But the layout of the town specifically reminds you of a symbol. It is like you look at it and it looks like an old Greek symbol that you recognize as Omega, the end.
Omega?
I'll send this in the chat.
Oh, I'm familiar with Smash Brothers. I know what an Omega looks like.
Oh yeah, but like you look at the
Audience
Yeah,
L is laughing. They're muted, but
yeah.
I did get some.
Yeah, you look at this, you look at the town, the layout of the town, and you see that everything is perfectly laid out in this symbol. You don't know how you missed it before, but you could only tell from that high position.
And it's the last letter in the Greek alphabet.
Mhm.
Interesting.
And I'm sorry, I know it's not my clue, but is this the town has always been this shape, or the town is becoming this shape?
Always has been.
Okay. Da-na-na-na.
I was grabbing the note as we were
That
leaving.
part.
Yeah. You grab the note.
Like,
And
Uh,
I would
it's-
share with Al the realization I had about Omega.
oh shit. I think this town is making us crazy.
You got that right.
Awesome. Yeah. Are y'all trying to do anything else before you leave the?
Can Al and I just have a nice calm moment on the stairs? Well,
Waiting for
yeah.
Braxton.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Does
Is there
that
like
give
a
us a
vending
morale
machine?
moment?
Yeah. Maybe just
Yeah. I'll
share
say.
some peanuts.
Yeah.
You wanna-
I'll say. What?
You want to get some dip? I know you're trying to be more straight edge, but I chew tobacco.
I don't think I need that anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna do some.
I'm gonna say, you, Desmond, you gain 2 points of morale back.
Not a health? Not a health? Could be health if you really wanted it to be, Michael. No, I'll take the morale though.
Yeah, you gain 2 points of morale back, and you, Al, I'll say you gain 1 point of morale.
Cool.
And you also get the benefits of the
nicotine.
Okay. As I am saying my parting words to Nat, I would like to think that the monologue I provided was a remarkable display of character, which would give me an experience point, and then I would have a full bar of experience, which I can then trade in to either internalize a thought, but I only have one working thought at the moment, and I don't think I'm quite ready to I need to mull on it a little more. So instead, I'm just gonna advance one of my skills by 1. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And that only
Yeah.
costs
Or just
3.
3.
Oh, that only costs 3.
Oh, and we can also, since this is the end of the scene, we can also make hunches.
Before we get to the end of the scene, can I read the note?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You pull this note back as you look through it, and you see it's a lot of jargon, mostly, but as you read through it, you see some writing on it that says that like, it's like dictated. It says, "We both know Alexei is bad for this town."
And it's from the NDO.
Yeah, it's a official like notarized letter from the NDO, like top secret like tip thing. I can run the company better. Just
Does it have?
I'm
Trust me.
I want. Are we reading this note together?
Yeah, I want to roll
Yeah.
logic and try to figure out who would have
Yeah.
written the note.
I mean, you can see at the bottom.
Oh, it's signed. Love it.
The bottom. There are the initials. The initials HK. And if you want to do logic, you can roll logic.
I would love to do logic. What would this roll be?
I'll say this will be 11.
I already hit it. That's a
Hey.
3 plus a 5 plus a 8. That's a 16.
You know, you're kind of remembering, like, you know some stuff about this town. And from working with the company, you know the second in command, the person who would take over in place of Alexei is Hannah Krinkowski, Alexei's daughter.
Interesting. Okay. I low-key want to solve the mystery, but
Yeah.
Yes. Do it.
I don't know if I should do another hunch first, because I could.
It'll
Like, I've
help.
got
Okay.
It'll
plenty.
help our chances.
Yeah.
Immensely.
I think the hunch that I want to have is Well, I'll wait until like you come and explain the footage to us.
Okay, sure. Let me role play
something
that
like
real quick.
Yeah.
You ready now?
Yeah.
All right. I come out the door. I was like, what a day today's been, huh? Nice to know I got somebody waiting up for me, though. Bad news. I figured out where that gash came from, Des. It was from Al. Not
From
on
me?
purpose. Yeah, I guess we all were at that protest. You were there for the workers. I was there, for a little guy. And Des, you were kind of off to the side, and then a fight broke out. Alexi was back there egging it on, maybe it looked like, with a megaphone. All of a sudden, people are throwing punches, and I think that's how a lot of us got knocked out.
Interesting.
Wait, so you're saying somebody at the protest hurt me?
I'm saying somebody threw a lunchbox and it got you square in your pie hole.
Well, I have a feeling I know whose that was.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the way
Maybe.
I see it, we've already worked so well as a team together. We can either try to figure out this mystery, or I guess we could go for round 2 if y'all really want to.
Well, I think I'm putting some things together.
Can I after hearing that I was on the sidelines, I'm gonna put the builder protest that I saw in the Polaroid in my brain. I'm gonna put the Polaroid itself, the fact that I took a photo and climbed up a roller coaster as a trace clue, and then being on the sidelines. I don't know what kind of clue that is that I just received. Probably key piece of information, I'd say. And I'd like to make a personal hunch using that, which is that in this entire conflict, I am not on the builder side, and I'm not on the protester side. I'm not on anybody's side. I have no allegiances, which is a type renegade. I think that might be, what kind of clue or hunch is that? A motive? Yeah, probably motive. I have 4 personal hunches now. Can I attempt to solve my personal mystery?
Yeah, 100%. Let's do it.
And this is great because this will remind me how solving a mystery works.
Lovely.
And I would like to know, at least me and Desmond are wearing like matching outfits at this point because we both got Liftums merchandise on. If we're able to crack this case, chilling on this like front stoop, this is about to be too cool.
In your gym shirt.
Jump freeze frame.
You could do this. I believe.
Okay, so in order to solve your mystery, you roll 2d6 plus your progress with no modifiers. And you're aiming for
God.
And I have a 12.
A 12.
Oh my God. I have to logically link these hunches together as well, right?
Yeah, here's the steps of fast solve. 1, you have at least 3 progress. If you're using the fast solve, you have at least 2 different types of hunches on that mystery. You haven't attempted to solve that specific mystery during the current scene, and you can explain out loud how all of the hunches fit together in a plausible game. The GM can veto explanations that are too lazy or too crazy for the established mood of the game.
Yeah. And if I use all 4 in my +4, does that mean if I get it wrong, I'll lose all my hunches?
No, if you get it wrong, you lose 1.
Cool. My first clue is an anamnesis clue. Back in the coffee shop, I had this like vision of like, as I bent down to tie my shoe, like a vision of my brother, I think I narrated. So it was this kind of weird out of time moment that made me feel like in this town, I have certain patterns, but they don't line up with what I thought I was. So I'm not a cop. My second clue is the location. I'm a troubled person that lives at the theme park. That definitely doesn't sound like a cop, but it does seem like a weird fucking park. On the suspect clue, I personally investigate the paranormal. and I have no allegiances. So I think that there is something deeply and spiritually wrong with this town. And I know that because I've lived here for a long time, and now I investigate the paranormal, cults, the occult. I am a detective, but I detect the spirits. Let me roll 2d6.
I'm so worried you're gonna get double that once or something.
You want me to share my screen?
Yes.
Share your screen.
The
The end nigh.
end is nigh. The end is nigh.
I want to know what the Ender Man is doing tonight.
No response.
I think Desmond stands up and kind of like walks forward. Okay. Do you want me to share my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Show it
do
to me, please.
Boom. Doom.
Lock in.
8 plus 4.
Yay!
Yes!
That's 12!
That's exactly what we needed, baby. Boom, baby.
Awesome. Nice. So yeah, you successfully put together these parts of your faded memory as you suddenly this rush of memories flood your brain, and you remember you are a paranormal investigator. You are this person, maybe slightly crazy, but that madness keys you into a plane that other people would ignore or aren't able to fully comprehend. You're a drifter. You've been to different cities, but you've been here for a while due to the specific nature of this town. Something about it drew you here. And yeah, you can expound more on what you think, but
I think I've always been able to hear and see spirits. And at a young age, to cope with it, I picked up some bad habits.
yeah.
The alcohol numbed the pain, they numbed the voices, but now I'm seeing sober and clear. And for a long time, wherever the NDO goes, the stench of the paranormal follows. Something about this town, especially the fact that the city was built with the Omega sign, I know for a fact that is what drew me to this city. And there is, in my opinion, a deep cult. Its members unknown, but they are advancing a plot that I was seeking to expose to the light. And that is me. My name is Desmond. Michaels.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Sweet. And yeah, so that is your character. Incredible.
Yay! Desmond Michaels,
Awesome,
paranormal
awesome.
detective.
Maybe.
Great.
I have a hunch.
Cool. Yes. Give us your hunch.
I have a final hunch before I attempt to solve the mystery. This hunch is combining that the protest was peaceful and then turned into a brawl, combining the notarized communications from the MDO stating we both know Alexi is bad for this town, with the fact that Natalia was not surprised that Alexi is dead. And I want to make sure that I haven't used them before. I mean, I have plenty, but the kid saying that I'd come before, saying that the land is haunted. I'm kind of combining those. I believe this is an opportunity. I think that the brawl was started by a mass conspiracy to drug the town into inciting this violence to cover up the murder or to create an opportunity for the murder of Alexei. So I think that something's either in the water, like these sites with just drugs all over the place, like mass hysteria has been brewing to try and do that. So that's the opportunity, which puts me up to 6 hunches. That's the major point, that opportunity. Some things have shifted a little, but I still think they all fit, in that I think it was primarily Hannah who is orchestrating this, who's been, trying to get in there with the help of Natalia and maybe a core group of cultists who are trying to protect the town from specific types of development, trying to keep it in that Omega, the end is nigh shape. I had the opportunity to become culpable in this, to become part of the fight. I am one of the suspects. I probably did cause damage with my other 2, friends here. That the first time that I really interacted to them was at the protest. We figured out that was, that was the inciting incident. And that's when, things started happening. I have memories of spray painting, of going into these areas that I now know have been corrupted by some kind of hallucinogenic. So I'm assuming that that's what's getting us, looped up. Especially the fact that the kid said that I'd been there before, but I don't remember going there. And that is where I had the vision about the dragon. So like when you're in these spaces, I'm wondering if that's where I think I don't necessarily believe in the supernatural. I think that it's like drugs or something in the water, but could be supernatural. And the motive is still, I think, a betrayal, which is what my motive note was, in that I have been betrayed by the company I work for. The town has been betrayed by the people they were told to trust, in that we have all been used as pawns in a larger conspiracy. So that's my theory. I think that the crowd killed Alexei, and then probably Natalia and or Anna did like the final getting them together.
Branding
Yeah, that
and
branding.
display of the body.
So that's my
Old
theory.
school. Wow.
I rolled
That's
2d6.
Did you add a
Yeah.
hunch in there, or
So you
was
said-
that you already
The
have all your
last
hunches?
hunch.
So-
I have 6 hunches total.
Gotcha.
So your idea is that Natalia did the branding?
I don't think
don't have
Natalia
the
did it. I think
evidence.
Anna did it.
Okay.
I think
gotcha.
Hannah did it. But I think Natalia was like helping set up the situation essentially. And I
Gotcha.
think that Natalia might have like been lying in the Alexei article. Like I think that they were working together to paint
Oh, and
differently.
Alexi's actually a good guy who's
might be
helping the
fine.
town, preventing a cult.
He might have been trying to break up that like Omega
That
shape.
Omega shape.
Yeah.
Whether he realized it or not, he was helping.
So those are my theories.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to try doing an identity solve before we? or
You
I
know
guess-
what? Yeah, fine. I got some ideas brewing. I'll say it.
Hell yeah. Before
What
I
do
roll.
I have to do? Roll? I have a guess.
Yeah.
And then I roll to see
How
if
many
my guess is
hunches
right.
do you have personally?
I have 3 clues.
Wait,
And
3
then-
hunches or clues?
I have 3 clues, which can become a hunch, and then maybe I'll have 3 hunches.
Yeah.
Because the thought is different from a hunch. The thought that
Yes.
revelation. Okay. All right. So the 3 clues, I have at one point in my life held a gun. I understand how they work. Nat knows me. We have a long history together. And I got recollections being at the gym. Taking those, here's the backstory I've crafted. Grew up, all boys school, rough and tough environment. I was pretty scrawny and weak, actually. I didn't like fighting back. I didn't like the violence. We did a lot of airsoft. and I would get pelted, welts. They called me polka dots because I would show up with all the welts on me.
Oh.
And finally, I decide that I'm going to build myself up physically and emotionally. So here's what I do. It's time to submit college apps. And so here's my project that I work on in preparation for that. For a year, every day, I set my little tripod camera up. I take a picture of myself and I write something to be happy about or to, show kindness about in a sticky note, and I put it behind me. Then every day you see me on pumping iron. Slowly my little muscles get bigger, and my, compilation that I've got, the wall behind me gets more filled with colorful notes and things to, feel joy about and spread love for. Which, yes, I get into college, but it also makes maybe a local paper, and that's how Nat and I meet as young, young teens, and have just kind of stayed in touch since then till now. Thoughts on this?
That sounds good.
Now what?
You roll
So you need-
2d6 plus 3 and see if you get over 12.
All right. The roll is an 8 plus 3 is an 11.
Oh,
So all that's like wrong?
there's
or what does that
something
mean?
missing.
So
There's something missing.
you lose a hunch and a progress, and narrate how your assumptions betray you, or how the memories you thought you were getting back prove to be false or distorted.
Maybe Natalia.
I will. Is that me? Oh, my thing was lit up. I was like, no way. I was like, anyway. I'm gonna tie in the thought where I said, am I violent? And so the thing that's not clicking is that I just randomly decided to build myself up, and there wasn't some kind of instigating incident that happened that triggered that. And so maybe my mind has blocked something out that, I'd prefer not to remember as part of my story.
Devastating.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you like have these. For a second, it feels like your memories and everything is kind of coalescing into something you can understand. But as it starts to piece together, as the puzzles start to join, these flashes of red kind of cover those parts of your memories, and it falls back apart. And you were unable to piece it all together.
So we see Desmond Michaels with maybe a newfound sense of self. Braxton, a little more crestfallen. And then Al, who's stirring something up in the membrane.
And I have no attempts to figure out my own story.
Right.
I feel like I have been a pawn in other people's
stole
games.
Your story. Yup.
And I don't care to get it back.
Yup.
If it was that meaningless. So I'm gonna see. Oh God.
Are we doing it? Are we doing it?
I'm rolling for the mystery.
Wait.
Hold
What
on.
is your?
And I just roll. I'm trying to hit a 12
Try and hit a 12.
2d6 plus 6.
plus 6.
Roll them both at the same
Plus
time. I
6.
can't bear it.
Okay. I have 2 dice. Guess what I rolled?
2 nat
What'd you
6s.
roll?
Not 2 nat 6s. I rolled a 6 and a 5, baby.
Oh!
A 6
Nice.
and a 5. And I think I'm piecing it all together, and I'm realizing the vastness of this conspiracy, and that Hannah's got the press, and now she is in charge of the NDO. And it's likely that the workers and the protesters that were used to stir up this trouble are gonna end up getting the brunt of this. I don't remember who I am, which gives me the flexibility to move like a ghost. I think that I turn to my friends here and I say, I think it's time that we take matters into our own hands and cut out the rot that is infecting this city.
Okay.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Awesome. I'm going to say, for a moment, as you all come to this conclusion, you see the day has gone by and the sun is setting. And you remember the large battleship on the beach. And you remember how this place was devastated by this war, this kind of conflict between these two rival factions that kind of tore everything apart. And as the sun sets, you see in the clouds kind of coalesce into this shape of what looks like two large battleships firing at each other. And the imagery reminds you of the conflict going on now between the workers, between the people living in the town, and this kind of cyclical nature of everything going on. And you feel like it's all connected. It's all this continuous fight that has gone on and on forever.
And if the end is nigh, the beginning is soon to come.
Get true.
Yeah, and I think with that, you see as cars pull in, police cars like pull into the street, as more and more people flood out from their houses to crowd around the body, crowd around this excavator as the sun sets and the day ends until the next one dawns again tomorrow.